Sunday, August 4th, on my 34 here at the Pilot in Bath, New York. A couple loads to deliver up here tomorrow morning. So it's about lunchtime. I'm going to go in here and get all cleaned up after doing a little work on my truck to get things organized, and made me some window screens. Hopefully I get a video out showing that. But yeah, go in here, get cleaned up, and then come back and enjoy the rest of my day off. Oh, look at this. I got to go through a herd of freaking seagulls to get to my truck. Alright, so just made it back to the truck. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and while I was in there getting cleaned up, taking a shower, heard my phone go off a couple of times. So when I got out, checked it out, and I've got messages after messages through YouTube and Instagram. So first off, shout out to Piglet. Thank you, sir. Piglet put out a video this morning on his HotShot news network, his channel, about my channel. Mentioned the fact that Dream Inspired no longer has his truck, which is a truck like mine, and says that we need a guy out here on YouTube showing how it's done with a truck like this. So again, shout out to YouTube. And yeah, so Dream Inspired, friend of mine, Jason, we've done a lot of talking, and yeah, he has a truck just like mine, except a year newer. Mine's a 2018, and I've got 193,000 miles on mine now, so I've been driving it for a little while. Jason has kind of talked me into trying out this YouTube, and been giving me a few pointers along the way. So only 3 weeks into it, 3 or 4 weeks into it now. So I appreciate all you coming over, checking it out. You guys leave me any kind of information, comments. Tell me what you're interested in hearing about. I'm going to do a weekly recap like I have been for the last couple of weeks. I think that's working out good, and I've heard a lot of positive on that, people seeing how much is actually put into it. And I did watch YouTube, or Piglet's video there a little while ago, and he's right. It is interesting to see how much we actually do out here. Alright, I'm seeing a few questions saying, can I talk about pay? How much did all that stuff pay? That kind of thing. So I knew that was going to come up. I haven't put that in with anything that I've done yet because it's a little difficult, and I didn't want to put it out there so you guys could, figure the math, how many miles, what it's paying, and seeing it's only paying a little bit of money, thinking it's running cheap freight. I will see about starting to add dollar values to each load on the recap, letting you know what they paid. But remember, when I do that, you have to remember that it's partial freight. I'm putting 2 or 3 loads on at a time. So good loads with bad loads to make good loads. If I have a really good one, sometimes I run it alone. But the way I do my factoring and my work, I do more of a Friday to Thursday kind of pay. So it's a little hard to say what it is rate per mile each week because of that. I like to, at the end of the month, figure out how much I've made for the month and then how much I'm running for the mile for the month. So I could probably at the end of the month maybe even do a recap where I show you guys that I made X amount for the month and this is what it come to per mile after expenses. That's how I figure it up. So if you guys follow me along, I'll start putting dollar amounts, what they're paying for each load and that kind of thing. But you have to keep in mind that I'm not running cheap freight because this load is cheap. I'm putting these partials together to make good rates. And sometimes the way the loads go, one comes on, one goes off, one comes on, they both come off, that kind of thing. It's really hard to keep track of how much you're actually making per mile for every load. And that's because I have a good dispatcher. My dispatcher is really good at the partial, and he can keep me loaded running for really good money. So if you guys follow me along, I will start adding this in, and probably at the end of the month, starting this month, since we're at the beginning of the month, it'll work out pretty good. I will try to do a recap at the end of the month, just touching on revenue. So again, I appreciate everybody coming over, checking me out, and hopefully like it, subscribe it, ask any questions. I'll answer anything I can, and keep following. Again, another shout out to you, to Toe Piglet out there. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him YouTube, but another shout out to Toe Piglet. Thanks for the shout out and getting all these people to come over and join me. I hope I can fill the shoes that Dream Inspired left, if that's where I'm supposed to be following with a truck like this. So he had some pretty awesome videos. So again, thanks for following me, and I'll see you on the next one. Excuse me, guys.